All right, so in this lesson, we're going to learn about the triangle congruence properties. There's a bunch, so this lesson will be the first part. The two that we're going to learn about today are side, 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 and side, angle, side, and we're going to figure out what that all means. Okay, so if we look at this first example, here's two triangles, and they have these two sides congruent to each other. But obviously, they're not the same. So two sides congruent. The triangles means the triangles don't have to be congruent. The triangles might not be congruent, right? Because that third side is different, right? This side is different than this side. These are not the same. And so the triangles are not congruent to each other. But if we have all three sides the same, like in this example, all three of the sides match. This side matches this side, and this side matches this side. If all three sides are the same, the triangles are congruent. And so that is the property that we talked about today in class called side, side, side. So if I know all three sides match up, these triangles have to be congruent. So I would say triangle PMN is congruent to triangle SQR. These are the same triangle. So that's one of the congruence properties that we're going to learn. We're going to talk about one more. We also talked about it today in class. So here, what do we have? Let's look at this example. So I have two triangles that both have this little angle, and they both have this side. But these two triangles are not the same. So one angle, let me make it nicer. One angle and one side is not enough. Sorry. One angle and one side is not enough information to make two congruent triangles. But what we learned today, so these two triangles are also not congruent. They're not the same. But what we learned today is if you have two sides, so these two sides, this side is the same as this side, and then the side on the other side is the same, and the angles are the same, that is enough. And so the way we say that is if you have two sides, then the triangles are congruent. And so the way we write that is side, angle, side. So side, angle, side is enough. If you have the angle between two sides, then that makes congruent triangles. So the skill that you're going to work on tomorrow in class is to answer a question like this. I'm going to give you a pair of triangles, and you're going to tell me, is there enough information to determine whether the triangles are congruent? So we're going to have to look at our markings. So this will be example 1. So let's see. So right here, so these three markings are the same as these three. This one's the same as this one, and this one's the same as this one. So this time I have three sides. So that's side, side, side. So yes, the triangles are congruent. So whenever you see that all three sides are the same, the triangles are congruent. We're going to do a bunch more examples just so you can get good at looking at them. I want you to copy down like at least 4 examples. So let's try example 2. So what do you notice in example 2? Well, I have this side is the same as this side, and this side's the same as this side. That's only 2 sides. So 2 sides means not enough information. They might be congruent, but they might not, because I don't know about the third side. They didn't tell me. Okay, let's look at some trickier examples where the triangles are touching each other. So this will be example 3. So what are they telling me here? So they're telling me that these two angles are the same, and they're telling me that these two sides are the same. And then the two triangles have the same side here. They both share that side. So this time it is a side, an angle, and a side. So yes, they have a side, an angle, and the other side. So they are congruent. By side, angle, side. So we'll keep going. We're gonna do, I think, like 6 more examples. I want you guys to sketch it out and decide what answer we're gonna put. So look at these 2 triangles. Figure out what's congruent and tell me, do we have enough information? So I can just quickly see they only are telling me about this side matches this side, and this side matches this side. So 2 sides, we already did this one. It's not enough information. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so take a minute and look at this one. You're gonna have to look at some different pieces to see what do you think is congruent. So first I just see the obvious ones. This side matches this side. This side matches this side. But what do you notice? You hopefully should notice something about your angles here. I have some vertical angles. And so even though they didn't mark it for me on the paper, I know those 2 angles are the same. And so I have side, angle, side. So they are congruent by side, angle, side because of vertical angles. Because those vertical angles match up. Even though it wasn't labeled in the diagram, I know that vertical angles are congruent. Okay, let's do a few more examples, and we're obviously going to practice this in class. Okay, so look right here. Take a minute, copy it down, and tell me if you think there's enough information in this diagram to know if the triangles are congruent. So even though they look congruent, I'm only allowed to use the information that they actually give me labeled in the diagram. So all they're telling me is that these 2 sides are the same, and then I also know that vertical angles are the same. But that's only 1 side and 1 angle. So that's not enough information. All right. Why don't you guys take a second, see if you can figure this one out. What are they telling us, and what can we also see? So here I can see these sides are the same, and then I can also see these angles are the same. And then I can see that they both have this same side. So this time I can see again, they are congruent. Sorry. They are congruent by side, angle, side because they share a side. And so that side must be the same because they both have that as the side. Okay, let's do, okay, I have 2 more examples for you guys to try, and then we'll practice it more in class. So copy this down and see if there's enough information that they're telling you to see if the triangles are congruent or not. So they're telling me that these angles match, so that's 1 angle, and then I can see that they share this side. But that's it, that's all they're telling me. So I only have 1 angle. Wow, that's bad handwriting, sorry. Okay, they only have 1 angle and 1 shared side. So that's not enough information. Okay, last example, and then we'll practice it in class tomorrow. So copy this one down and see if you could decide if these are congruent or not. So I have these sides matching, and I have these sides matching, and then I have my right angles. So this has side, angle, side, so they are congruent. So we're going to practice more in class, but I want you guys to make sure you have those 2 definitions written down really clearly. So make sure you have what does side, side, side mean, And what does side angle side means? That when I give you a diagram of triangles, you can decide if those triangles are congruent or if there's not enough information.